Greetings everybody, welcome back to another episode of Serious Creative Adventures in modded Minecraft 1.8. So it's been a few days since I played, but I added a pass here that goes to our portal now. I don't think I showed this yet. I just put some weird structure around here. Still open on this side as well. I was thinking about maybe we should do this. I think I might like put down some like garbage sort of. I don't know. Just something so like when I come out of the portal and I see this, I know like, okay, it's not that way, you know. Maybe this looks like, you know, like rubble fell down, broken down pillars or something. So yeah. Anyway, so a little pass here, just same thing as the others. It connects to this one over here. Also, there's a node up in our temple. It's kind of cool. And I also like connected this on this side a little bit, so it just loops around. I don't know. I thought it was kind of cool to have like a little bit of a pass there too. I always like it when there's like multiple ways, you know, splitting and going into different directions and then joining up somewhere and hidden secret passages and stuff like that. I kind of like this. Oops. Well, that grass is gone. Anyway, so I added a second room here and I also expanded this a little bit. Also here, I always kept like hitting my head sort of. So I dug out one block deeper, put the stairs back there. That looks kind of cool, I think. A little bit more detail. Yeah, I did a second room here. So this is going to be our main room. I should actually move the bed over here. And I did place down some more storage drawers. And you can see the texture is also different. It has this checkerboard stuff. Now, I tried to mess around with the texture a little bit. I did update them all to sort of match the Dandelion texture pack. And it was really hard for me to see these items without like this background. Because they seem very dark in this version. There's also no shading on them. Not sure why. I guess it's like a 1.8 thing maybe with this mod. I think in the 1.7 mod version it's a little bit easier to see. But yeah, it just helps out a little bit to make them stand out a bit. Of course, with like things like the gray stuff here. The cobblestone's still hard to see. Smooth stone as well. But most items should be fine. So yeah, so a bunch of different drawers here. Those are the 2x2s. And then we have the big ones for like big blocks. So if I have cobblestone here, I could just put in cobblestone. And then we also have those guys, which I didn't talk about yet, and this guy. Let's talk about this one first. This is the controller. If I turn on Viola for a little bit, bottom right corner, draw a controller. It will kind of connect all these other storage drawers together as long as they like touch each other, sort of. That's not wrong. And it has like I think it's like 11 blocks into every direction. So you can imagine like a 25 by 25 by 25 cube around this controller can be managed by one single controller. And what it does is, so you can either pump in items into this and it will automatically put the items where they belong. If they already have a drawer, it will just put them there. You can also pump out items with like, you know, like filters or something. To get like specific items out of it. So it's really cool. So for example, I have this cobblestone, right? And since we do have a storage drawer here for cobblestone, I can just like double right click this and it will take everything out of my inventory that already has a storage drawer here and puts it away. So it actually took my cobblestone out of it and put it somewhere here. So for example, this is very hard to see too. So for example, if I take this iron here and put this in this drawer, and we talk about these are a little bit special. If I like double click here, it takes out the iron and it puts it all back over here. So pretty cool. Pretty cool storage system. I also added some locks onto them so that once there's an item in here and we take it like all out, it's like all out now, all empty, all on the floor, it will still keep the symbol there and it won't like, get rid of it. So it won't like, so it will always know where to put these guys. So if I go over here and double click now, it just puts them all back into the slot. So that's really cool. I like these things a lot. Now in this version in 1.8, Viola doesn't have, or storage drawers doesn't have a Viola support. So if I look at these guys, I don't actually know how many blocks there are in each of these like drawers, which is kind of unfortunate. In 1.7, Viola will tell you how many items you have inside. It's pretty useful. There are, however, these status upgrades, and it shows you a fill level. It's like a bar that gets put below the item, and it fills up. It shows you how much, how many like I guess the percentage of it is full. So that's something we might wanna make. They need comparators, so I guess I should make some. I shouldn't be lazy, but yeah. These guys over here are compact drawers, so those are a little bit different. They only hold technically one type of item, so for example gold here, redstone, thorium, iron, etc. But you saw when I like put in, I only have ingots, right? Iron ingots. If I put this in here, it also shows me an option for iron blocks and iron nuggets. So this is what this block does. It also shows you the converted version. So I can actually, I put in iron ingots, but I can take out nuggets if I want. If I needed just some 5 nuggets, or I can take out a block. And I still have them in my inventory. And, I can still put in my ingots. I can also just put in the iron blocks, and I can put in the nuggets. They all get into this one single drawer. So that's really awesome. So they kind of split them up. This becomes really useful with blocks that you usually don't actually split. For example, this, super hard to see because of the white background. This is nether quartz. Usually if you take nether quartz and you combine it into a block of quartz, you cannot get this back into nether quartz. I don't think there's any way to do it except for like a crusher. No, even the crusher doesn't work in this version. But with these storage drawers, I can just enter the block in here and I can take out the quartz again. So it auto converts. So this works with sand as well. So you can do sand and sandstone. And I believe bricks and probably some other things like glowstone, I think is one, which we have down there. So yeah, really cool drawers. I probably need more room in here. I might just add more on this wall or something. They are actually not inside the wall. They're like in front of it. So, behind these blocks is the actual wall. I might just move them back one and then also get rid of this wall and just have it all storage drawers so we can have a lot of storage in here, but we will see. I kind of want to store some of these other blocks too. I guess we can put mostly here, cracked ones here, stairs here. It gets full really quickly, so I don't know. I might have to add a couple of more. I still have some in my inventory. And I also took out some stuff from over here. I think the ingots I took away. I still have the great wood stuff here, but yeah. I also changed the textures for those 2 blocks, kind of trying to make it match with the rest of this texture pack. I think it looks okay. Not took me a little bit while. There's some weird thing. It's hard to tell, probably on the video especially. But this brown shade and this brown is actually the same. But if you look closely, I hope you can see this in the video. They look different like this for some reason. I don't know why. There must be some weird shading on the objects itself. But let's just keep going here. I've been talking so much again. Oh yeah, Thermometer is also different. Also change the texture, make it look like dandelion. Anyway, okay. So I did some research off camera here, some of these, because I think that's the best way to do it. That way you don't have to watch me like play this minigame over and over and over again. It's the same thing every single time, and now that each research node has its own like aspects that you need to that you use to complete these, I think it's a lot easier now too. So there's no like, what's the optimal way? Back then maybe people used to look up what's an optimal way to solve these, so you don't waste aspects, but you can't really waste them anymore. So yeah, I think this will be a good solution to this. Once I uncover them like this here, I get these scrolls, and then on camera we can just see what I unlocked and talk about it. So one of the first things I actually got was the research mastery. If you look at the book again on the basic information, this one here, this last time we got the research expertise, and I decided to go ahead and also learn the research mastery because, better being at research is probably good in the long run, so we should get this early on. Now, this is a special one, though. That's why I also didn't want to do this, like, off camera. You can see this one says forbidden knowledge, mostly harmless. So what this means is, I don't know if we talked about this, but there's something called warp in Stormcraft. And warp is kind of like, I guess I can read this here. Many believe man was not meant to meddle with magic, and nothing gives more credence to this than the existence of warp. Researching forbidden magics or crafting objects of a questionable nature tends to distort a thaumaturge's view of reality, twisting both their mind and their bodies. This effect is called warp. While some warp gained is temporary and will fade over time, there's no known way to get rid of permanent warp once it is gained, and a thaumaturge who chooses to ignore the dangers in the pursuit of power often finds himself on a slippery slope. Warp usually manifests as minor lapses in concentration, physical pain, and hallucinations. These are more than merely mental though, as the visions sometimes impart useful knowledge and seeming hallucinations prove to be frighteningly real. Okay, so basically what this means is like if you learn some of these forbidden knowledges, you gain a little bit of warp. There's also other ways to gain warp by doing like other forbidden stuff. And the more warp you get, the more negative effects your character gets. And we will definitely see some of these eventually. But it also helps you to see a little bit some other things in Stormcraft that might not be obvious at first. But we'll get to that. So yeah, let's learn this. And it says, oh, it doesn't say, but you heard the creepy sound. Sound. That means we gained warp. So yeah, that's unlocked. Let's see what it does. You have become even more efficient at performing research. Whenever you remove an aspect that you placed in the hex, there is a 50% chance that you will regain the research point. I think the previous one was 25%. Additionally, there is a 10% chance that whenever you place an aspect that it will not cost any research points to do so. That's really cool. So if you like drag one in the grid, it's possible that it won't get used up. Lastly, you are able to combine aspects in the research table by shift-clicking on the aspect you wish to create. If you have enough of the component aspects, they will automatically combine to create the clicked aspects. Hello, Enderman. Where did you go? I heard him. I don't know where he is. Let's close the door, just in case. Yeah, so that's pretty useful. That will help me to like research some of the later stuff, so it's really cool. I think it's raining or something. I don't know. Anyway, so the next one is oh, it's a whiz rope. Oh yeah, those are the thing. I need to be careful with those. They can teleport in here. Well, I guess Enderman can too. I don't think I can hit them with the web. I think I need to shoot them. God damn it. Nope. Denied. Ooh, Ender Pearls. Awesome. Alright, back to work. Alright, next one I unlocked is the Magical Metallurgy. Metallurgy? I never know how to pronounce that. I think it's under here. Yes. So I unlocked this, and this. So let's talk about it. So this one was this one, Magical Metallurgy, where metals meet magic. Let's unlock it and read about it. Metals have proven to be quite easy to manipulate via thaumaturgical principles. Your first experiments have led to the discovery of Thermium. Thermium is the result of infusion-based metals with raw magical energy. The result is a metal harder than iron with the ability to accept enchantments beyond that which iron is normally capable of. A metal such as this has many applications in the crafting of more advanced thaumaturgical devices. It can also be used to craft tools, arms, and armor in the crafting table using the normal recipes. So, and we also have a chemical brass, and we already found some Thermium, so that's cool, but now we have a way to craft it. But Thermium has many useful features. Sometimes mundane metals are better suited for certain tasks. Brass is a sturdy, low-friction metal, perfectly suited to craft intricate mechanical devices. Unfortunately, it is not always possible to get hold of it due to the morphic properties of the universe you may find yourself in. Fortunately, you have found a chemical method of crafting this useful metal. I guess so. If you have a mod that adds brass, maybe you can use it as well. So this is new in this Stormcraft, so I don't know actually anything about this. But yeah, so this is a different way of crafting, which we haven't looked into, but we'll probably do today. You can see like a picture of a Crucible. So basically you have to toss in something that contains these aspects, 2 Auto and 2 Terra. And once that's in this cauldron, you can toss in 1 piece of iron and it will turn into a piece of Thermium ingots. That's kind of like the alchemy part in this. And then the same for like, with 1 Aqua, 1 Potentia, creates 1 brass. Pretty cool. And then it looks like with the brass, we can make a brass gear, some brass plates. Also can make Thermium gears and Thermium plates. And then different tools, the axe, the sword, pickaxe, shovel, and also a hoe, and also the Thermium armor, which is pretty cool. And it said it's pretty, protection level is like iron, but the enchantments you can get on these are higher than the one from iron. So that's kind of cool. Maybe we'll make a set of these eventually. We'll see. The other thing I unlocked, let's see, is Nitro. Let's look at Nitro. This flame seems to be fueled by magic itself. The number of uses for an ever-burning flame seems endless, but unfortunately it seems to produce much more light than heat. Despite that, it could still prove to be a steady source of energy. Nitro can also be placed in the world to act as a magical light source. It will take on the color of any dye you combine it with. in a crafting table. So yeah, tossing all these three things into cauldron with a piece of glowstone makes nitro. So this is like a light source, like a torch. But you can also use this as a heat source for the cauldron, because you do need to put like a heat source below to make this thing work. And maybe we should, I don't know if you read about this thing at all here. I don't know if it's useful to read about this. I'm pretty much, let me go through this real quick, and if there's nothing new, I'm just going to explain it fast real quick. Alright, yeah, so it's pretty much the same still. So, like I mentioned, you toss stuff into the cauldron to break it down into the liquid essentia, so you can craft it with something else, or turn it into something else with a catalyst. But if you, for example, let's look at this, there's a recipe here for a balance shard, it shows you what you have to toss in. But let's say, for example, you toss in something that has, like Terra and, I don't know, or like Permutatio or whatever, like a different aspect that's not listed here. And you craft this item, then you will have the remaining aspects still in the cauldron, right? The stuff that hasn't been used up. Or for example, you toss like 3 of each in here, then you end up with 1 of each still after you craft this. You need to get rid of this. If you don't get rid of it, it slowly breaks down into primal aspects, and there's a chance that it creates flux, and like flux goo comes out of the cauldron, and it probably infects your chunk. So you don't want to do that. On the other hand, you can shift right click the cauldron to like dump out all the excessive like aspects or essentia that's still inside. But doing that also kind of releases flux into the air. And yeah, it shows you some things, so we can make a balanced shard, so make Salus Mundus, which is a crafting item component. We can also make some Essentia filterable stuff later. And some Morphic Resonator, not sure what that is. There's also a Tainted Shard. Ooh, I guess we get that from the Taint biome maybe. So yeah, that's unlocked, really cool. Let's see, what do we have? You know what, let's just do this quicker. We have Alimentum. Gonna unlock this. We unlock Magic Tallow. And we unlock the Master Aura Tapping. Let's go through these real quick. Alimentum. Similar to Nitro, but instead of lighting up stuff with light, it lights up things with explosions. It's basically like a TNT, sort of, but you throw it and it explodes. But it is a really good fuel, actually. You can use this in a furnace or something to smelt on things. It lasts a lot longer than coal. But yeah, you gotta be careful with that. If you like right click or something, you can make big explosions. We also have Magic Tallow. Magic Tallow, just some fire and some rotten flesh into Crucible. And with Magic Tallow we can make candles. Candles are gonna be important later on. So I unlocked them right now, early on, so we can get them. And then under Thaumaturgy, we got the Master Aura Tapping. You have added further refinements to the methods of you use to tap the aura. You're now able to draw these 3 times faster than normal. So now our wand, if we would like have it down here and it was like not full, I don't have the other one here, then it would charge 3 of each aspect. So that's really cool. Alright, why don't we go try out the Crucible, just play around with it a little bit, get an idea of how it works, and then just check out some other useful stuff. Oh yeah, I can't break these. I have silk touch on my pickaxe. So let's get some glowstone. I want to make some nitro, because nitro is super useful for us. So we need glowstone, and then we need to check, right? We need the glowstone as a catalyst, but we need ignis, or 3 ignis, 3 lux, and 3 potentia. If this is still the same as in the old Stormcraft, then if we take some coal, this one has potentia 2, it's hard to read, and 2 ignis, so we already have the 2 aspects we need from out of 3. And the torch has lux, so those 3 combined with glowstone will make nitro. So we need 3 of each, right? So this will give us 12, so we could make 4 nitro. I could probably make more. 10, that would be 20, that wouldn't work. 22, 24. Trying to think, how much would we need? 24 would work, right? That's dividable by 3. Yeah, so let's do that. And then we need actually more for some torches. Okay, so we gotta do that. And then let's look at the other book again here. Maybe make some more Thermium. That might not be a bad idea. So we need Ordo and Terra. 2 Ordo, 2 Terra. So from what I've seen is that, do we have any of these here? No, do we have them here? No, okay, where's our smooth stone? Here we go. If we make, I think it's, no, hold on. Need a stone brick. Stone brick has just terra, but I think if we turn this into slabs, let's actually double check this. Yeah, see, the chiseled stone brick actually has terra and all inside, so this is perfect. We need exactly those to make Thermium. So 2 of these plus an iron ingot, right? Yeah, 2 of those plus iron ingots make Thermium. So let's bring some iron, just bring a stack. So to make the Crucible, we just use some iron, make a normal cauldron, like you would do. That look kind of cool in this. Place it down, take your wand, and whoosh, it's a Crucible now. I guess I need to update the texture too. I'm gonna do that later. And what do we use for fuel? We have some netherrack here, and I guess I use some... Do I have my flint and steel on me? Is it in this bag? I think I have one, right? Yeah, we did light some portals. There it is. Okay, cool. Since this may cause some issues with taint and such, I think I'm gonna do it somewhere a little bit over there. I don't want to do it right in my base, because I'm not quite sure how this all gonna work yet. Ooh, this is really growing, huh? So yeah, let's do this over here, just in case. I don't think this is gonna create flux, because we have a pretty good ratio for like all these different things we want to craft, but yeah, you never know. So let's pull, break that, place our netherrack down there, whoop, and get our flint, and there we go. There's our fire. Okay, so now, hopefully nothing will burn. We can just put our cauldron back. Oh, ow. So much for getting burned. And I do have a bucket of water somewhere. Here it is. Let's take this. I probably should have cleared my inventory a little bit, maybe. Okay. Well, it's just gonna burn on the grass a little bit around here, I guess. There we go. Oh, it should be fine. So yeah, if you put it in the water now, you can see normal, and after a few seconds, it will start bubbling. There it is, bubbles. So that means it's ready to go. I don't have a half slab or anything. Sometimes I like to put a half slab here so it's easier to get. If you touch this, oh, you don't get hurt anymore. You used to get hurt. Oh, awesome. Okay. Well, it makes it fine, better. Okay, let's see. How much do we want to do? So 16 of these, and then 8 iron would give us. I really need more inventory space. Would give us 8 Thermium. So let's do that. I don't want to toss in too much. If you toss in too much at once, it kind of overfills and can cause issues. But yeah, if you toss this in, you can see we have 16 of each in there now. Toss in the iron. And we got 8 Thermium. Awesome. It's nighttime. Let me go sleep real quick. You might have noticed when we did that some of the water drains, so it does use up the water. You gotta be careful with that. Okay, hold on. I need to empty this a little bit. Let's just put away some of these things. Maybe keep the paper. Don't need this anymore. Okay, so let's make another round. Let's make sure we have 8 of these, so we can just toss them in. 16 and 8. There we go. Another 8. So we have a bunch of Thermium now if we want to make some tools or something. And then we want to do the same with the torches and stuff, right? So we can make... I need 2 more torches. I need wood. I don't want to just destroy some of these trees though. Oh, this is what is that? Oops. That's a jungle leaf. Why does it look different? Maybe it's because it's this biome? That's a strange color. You know, I totally forgot that we have tree capitator. Also, what is that? I just saw that when I was chopping down the tree. The stone. Oh, this is a oh, what are they called in Zelda? Something stone. I don't have a sword. I don't think we can. Oh, we can pick this. I don't know if I want to do that. Okay, we'll check this out later. Let's focus on Thermcraft a little bit. Well, we know where this is. Okay, so now we need... Where's the wood I just picked? There it is. Let's grab some of this. Make a bar. I think I just need one more. Yeah, we needed 24, I think that's what I said. I'm gonna do half-half because I don't trust dumping in so much. 12, well, yeah, 12 would work. So we need 6 of these, and that will give us, let's see, 12. That will give us 4, right? 4 Nitro, maybe, I think. Okay, so let's dump this in here. Torches, coal, glowstone. And we got 4 yellow niter. Awesome. So that's cool. You used to not be able to color them. They were always yellow. That's kind of cool that you can do that now. So if we put it in this, I didn't bring enough glowstone. That's kind of funny. So let's just dump in 9 of this and 3 of this, right? No, we need... Oh no, that ratio wouldn't work. Then we end up with flux. Yeah, let's do this just to show you flux, I guess. The bad stuff. So 9, and then that would be 6. So we need 8, I guess 5, right? That's 10. Yeah, okay. So let's dump in. Oh yeah, hold on a second. Yeah, okay. So dump in 9, those, and those 3. And now we see we end up with these aspects still on side, right? Ignis and Potentia. Potentia eventually will break down into the primal aspects, I believe. So we should, if we wait a little bit, also you can see the bubbles have different colors depending on what Essentia is inside. It's kind of cool. Oh, it just got destroyed. And you see purple gas coming out of it. Not good. And more purple gas coming out of it. Not good. Do we have our thermometer? Is there any taint in this junk now? Yes. You can see a little sliver of purple in there now at the bottom. So, yeah. I guess that's why you don't want to do that in your base if you don't have the right ratio. I think later we get stuff that will make this a little bit better. But, yeah, for now I'm going to do stuff over here. Oh, and actually, now that we have the Nitro, I didn't even show this. I can place one down. This is what it looked like. This is actually more yellow than the original was. Maybe the original one is more white or something. I don't know. You can just break them again, you get it back. But what we can do is break this, get rid of this fire, and just place one of these down. See, it does heat it up too. So that's really cool. So it's a little bit safer because it doesn't set anything on fire. Alright, there are 2 more things I want to do real quick. One that's easy to get. We can just buy this using experience points because it's a hexagon shape. It's the Arcane Lamp, so let's unlock this. The Mystical Lamp can be attached to walls, floors, and ceilings and will provide strong and steady light. Additional sources of light may also appear up to 16 blocks away, wherever light levels fall below acceptable safe levels. Remember, only you can prevent zombie outbreaks. These secondary sources of light will disappear soon after the lamp has been removed. The lamp can be turned off by applying a redstone signal, so this needs a niter, some amber blocks, iron, and a daylight sensor. How much amber do we have? 14, so, oh no, they need 9 now. There used to be 4 amber into 1 block, now it's 9. Let's make one of these though. Do you remember how to craft a daylight sensor? Do you? I don't. Yeah, that's how you do it. Alright, there it is. Just put the wand inside. Oops, there we go. And there's our lamp, arcane lamp. Awesome. I think if I put this like maybe here, you can just put it down. Looks pretty cool. If I get rid of all these torches now, even here, eventually you will see that light appears without actually there being torches. It is 6. It said it can place them 16 blocks away. It takes a little while, I think. So I'm just gonna do that. Hopefully nothing spawns. Like while I do this, let's actually close the door, just in case. Pretty sure it should go through walls. It doesn't seem to want to do it. Additional sources of light may also appear up to 16 blocks away wherever light levels fall below acceptable safe levels. Maybe it takes a while. I don't know. I might just be a little bit slow in this. Hopefully it works. Hopefully it's not bugged. For the time being, let's just leave our torches in here so we can do stuff. I left the other room dark so we can check in a bit again. There's so many things I want to still unlock, but we really don't have time. So let's do one more thing. We have all this wool and string here. Why would we need this? Well, if you look at the artifice page, there is this enchanted fabric here. I don't think we read about this yet, but this Enchanted Fabric is actually pretty good for making some armor. The armor you can make with this, looking at here, Summer Thirties robe, boots, and leggings, is kind of similar to leather armor protection, so it's not like super strong or anything. However, it does, if I hover over this, it does give you a V's discount, and we talked about this a little bit before. That means if I wear this and I craft something in this workbench, I actually get a discount. See, we have 5% now discount from our goggles we're wearing. So if we get the other 3 pieces, we get the entire 10%, which is awesome. So I think you just do this, right? Yep. And it takes 19 pieces because we don't need the helmet. So a full set of armor usually is 24, like iron, for example. But the helmet is 5, so we only need 19. So what I can do now, for example, is I could just make the boots technically. If I want to be like super cheap, right, I could make the boots first. Takes a little bit of mana too, aspects. Put them on, so now I get 6% discount. See, so the next time I craft now my armor piece, it's a little bit cheaper. So I can be really stingy with this, right? So if we do 7 pieces first, we can make the pants. Get rid of that. There we go. Or leggings, whatever they call it. And then the last one is the rope. Hopefully we have enough. Yeah, we have enough V's. There we go. Awesome. And now we look like a real thaumaturge. Awesome. Also, now our wand is pretty empty again. If I just put it anywhere here in our hotbar, it will recharge super fast. Look at that. And it even balances out. If there's like an aspect that's like really low, it charges that up first. Yeah, I don't think this lamp is working properly. It's still dark in here, so that's unfortunate. But still pretty useful to have. And before we end the episode, I wanted to try out the armor stand from 1.8. I've never tried this. Okay, how do I put stuff on this? So we can just like, oh yeah, look at that. Just put our thaumaturge armor, oops, didn't mean to shift click it, on here. So if we don't need it, you know, if we're just out and about in the world, we can just have this. I don't know if there's a way to like quickly, oh yeah, you can just shift right click. If I right click, same thing. So yeah, we can just like equip it real quick. Is there like a way to like trade armor? I don't know. There might be a way. In some of the mods, armor stands, you can like apply redstone signal, for example, and it will take your armor out of your inventory. But that's really cool. But yeah, this is gonna be it for this episode. Next time, I think I want to look at another forbidden research, the Infernal Furnace. I love this thing and I want to get this early on, so we might look into that or do something else. We'll see. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye bye.